So we are now on week 5, Introduction to Computer Hardware and Software. So the course code is known as EEC 112. So our second slide is known as examples of web authoring tools. So those online web builders, they build and design of templates and drag and drop editors for website creation. As we can see the image, it came along with different templates. So for instance, if you wanted to design your write-up, you can go to template that has different colors with different inside of letters and alphabet, so that it will come in a form of design. So content management system, the acronym of this content management system is known as CMX. So it's also a software program that help users create, manage and publish digital content. So those digital contents can be used to pass message or information. So centralized storage, the acronym of this is known as CMS. It stores content in a place, making it easier to teams collaboration and edit. So real-time editing, so users can change and see how the content will look in real time. So real time refers to process of accessing information online. So role-based permission, users can be assigned different levels of accessing responsibility. Examples: authors can modify and publish it. Authors that have created those applications will be able to insert a new patterns or applications which they intended, so that they can enhance the application. So digital asset management, the acronym of this digital asset management is known as CMS. Is responsible and ensure those information and data are up to date and to avoid duplicate, so to avoid individual that will download it to not have the original copy. So you won't be able to have the duplicate of those assets, which are known as digital asset management. The only the owner of the stuff will be able to have access to the application. So you won't be able to have duplicate for the person that will just download. So the next slide is known as example of web authoring tools. So those are tools which they are known as code-free design tools. They allow user to create page without writing codes. As we can see on the image, we have HTML editors, Atom, Notepad++, Sunline Text, Adobe Dreamweaver, CC, Visual Studio Code. So those are the web page that allow individual to design free without paying remitter and so on. We have HTML editors. Once you go to your Notepad on system, you'll be able to access this HTML also. These tools can be used to create and edit web pages writing in HTML. So these two main types of HTML are known as wikis and HTML editors, so we can be able to access them. They are free on our systems. So we are now on slide 4, which is known as what is Windows XP. So Windows XP is the newest Microsoft operating system, so based on 200 professional powered by the new Windows engine. So those are Windows that are more reliable and efficient back then. So due to innovation, we now have Windows 200, which has more advanced features than Windows XP. So let's look at Windows XP. It's said to be more reliable, efficient, secure and easy to use. So new features on Windows XP include update user interface. This update user interface will allow the user to know that there should be an error that occurs. Once an error occurs, immediately the system will update the user that there is an issue. So the word user interface refers to the person operating the computer system itself. So new multimedia. Multimedia are process of communication and networking features. Those networking features and communication will allow us to interact with individuals from different zone or from different location they were. So we have note. Windows XP is available in home and professional editions. This training manual covers Windows XP. So the new Windows engine, which are known as XP, is built on the code base of Windows 200 and Windows NT. Those features they have 32-bit. Those 32-bit computing, they are in form of memory capacity. So let's look at the computer architecture. Once we are referring to computer architecture, we are referring to people that design a computer system to their test and a fully protected memory module. So the 32-bit refers to the memory that are stored on XP. So it enhanced added to the Windows XP include improved documents recovery. So documents recovery are the process whereby if individual lost their vital information or data or files on a system, they will be able to recover it. So the XP has that feature of recovering data and information, improve applications and hardware. So those applications, they are software programs that we will be able to store on our system, and the hardware, which are known as the physical part of the computers that we can see and touch. So compatibility system, memory protection and system stability. It makes sure that the function and the system are more stable. So we are going to see Windows XP system requirement. For you to use those Windows XP professional, you must have those requirements before you will be able to have access to them. Firstly, 30 MHz in a high processor clock speed. So the 300 MHz processor have to be embedded with more chips, which will be able to consume a huge amount of data and information. So the minimum should be 233 MHz. So we have 128 megabyte RAM. The RAM refers to a memory also, which is known as random access memory, which are known as temporary storage on a system. So we have to have minimum of 64 megabytes. So let's look at the next stage, which is known as gigabyte. At least the gigabyte should be 1.5 available to the hard disks. Hard disks are the secondary storage of memory, which stores data and information permanently on a system. They are known as non-volatile. So we have Super VGA, which is video graphical interface, which is 800 plus 600 or higher resolution video adapter and monitor, CD-ROM and DVD drive. They are all secondary storage memory, which are embedded on the system for execution of data and information to be stored. So our slide 7, which is known as working with the new Windows XP interface. So once we refer to interface, we are trying to provide a visualization screen with the person having access to the screen is known as the interface. So the Windows XP offers a bright new visual design. So the screen that we visualize on XP has a different templates and designs that you'll be able to see on the screen. So the start menu, taskbar, and other desktop elements all have new looks features to Windows XP key, so that we will be able to tap on the taskbar. So we are going to proceed from the next slide, which is known as using the start menu. So the start menu, which is located at the left side of the system, provide access to the most useful items on our computer, including all programs. For you to have access to all data and information or relevant and important things you wanted to understand on the system, you have to go to the left hand side of the system, which is the start part, so that you can click on it. You will be able to see those features of settings. Once you click on settings, you can see multiple applications there, like Bluetooth and other stuffs. They are located there, and whatever you wanted to search on or any application, also you can go to the button and search on it. So we call it as start menu. So to access this start menu, click the start button at the bottom left of the system. Then using icons like files, folders, and programs are presented by icons. A file icon is represented by the program. The file is created in folder. Icons usually look like a folder. Some folders can have a customized icon applied to them. So in terms of this computing, once we refer to the files, our slide 9, which is known as the recycle bin. This recycle bin is a computer program that stores files and folders to be deleted. They are known as container. That most of our items that we deleted on our systems, they normally go to this recycle bin, so that maybe if you intended to go back and have some vital information, if you feel that they are relevant, you can be able to go on your recycle bin, so that you'll be able to access them after deleting them. So to open a file, folder, or program icon, windows are frames on the desktop that contain the content of open files, folder, and programs. As you can see on the screen, here is the diagram of the recycle bin. Once you have this on your system, after deleting items or files which you will later need them, you will be able to go to the recycle bin and access them also. So the next slide, which is known as the using the desktop. So let's see how to use this desktop. The desktop is the background displayed on your computer screen. So whenever we heard of those desktop, we should reflect that they are visualization. They are used for visualization, like to view image, videos, games, and so on. So they are also known as a screen. So most times, files, folder, and program icons can be displayed on the desktop. As we explained earlier, that they can be displayed on the desktop. So those icons and folders and files can be viewed on the screen of the system, which is known as the desktop, for easy access to your most commonly used tasks, documents, and programs. Like most individuals have been doing different types of programs which they will be able to visualize, but without this desktop they won't be able to visualize their programs or files or icons they save on their system. So opening files, folder, and programs display Windows frames and the desktop. So let's look at the desktop. Can be customized with themes and backgrounds. So those themes and backgrounds are designs of templates that will make individual to have an interest of using those templates because they are so attractive also on our computer screen.